All right, welcome back to Totally Goated, everybody. We got another good one here for you guys today. I'm here with my man Terry Jackson. Say what's up.
What up, goat?
I'm Brett Hahn, as you guys are right now. And where the hell is John Wall at, though?
Where's Waldo? Where's Wall? Pretty much the same thing. It's easier to find Waldo than it is to find John Wall. We haven't seen him since what, like 2018? He
Yeah,
could
like
be in Bradley Beal, prep for his prime. He's out skiing, falling down his stairs, breaking his leg. Like, what are they paying this dude $40 million for? Pay me $40 million. I'll put up more numbers than him. He's not putting up any numbers. I could put up a point a game. That's more money than John Wall's worth right now. I'm just saying that before he comes back and starts dropping 40. But John Wall, the Wizards need you. If not, they need to get rid of Bradley Beal. And your agent, man, you need to pay him some more money. What's that dude's name? I think his name is like freaking Dan Fegan or something. Dan Fegan. You need all $40 million what Paul's getting because you got that from him. John Wall, totally not goated. Where are you, Brett? Where's John Wall?
I don't know, man. He tore his Achilles back in December of 2018. The Wizards had some mild success with him. Like, they had a couple of good playoff runs, but it only resulted in the Eastern Conference semifinals. So they didn't really do much. John Wall and Bradley Beal, they work well together, but the GM didn't build anybody else around them. And once you lose one, the other ones, they're not good enough to carry the team by themselves. So
all I'm saying is they need to start building around Beal. They got, I don't know how to say his name, Orochimaru, I don't know. However you say his name, he's nice. Now, if John Wall can come back and get something going, that means good. But he doesn't. He wants to ride around on his jet ski and buy pit bulls. He doesn't want to play basketball. I don't get what he's doing, man. I just don't get it. He wants to wear Gucci. He doesn't want to wear his Kobe's no more. He doesn't want to hoop. I just think they need to cut ties with John Wall, let him go rot. Isaiah Thomas treatment. Let somebody else come in.
Yeah, he's the definition of the guy who got the Supermax contract and then just literally said, fuck it to basketball and the sport he's playing and gave up.
They need to send John Wall somewhere, or they need to send Bradley Beal somewhere. I think they keep Bradley Beal if they're not stupid, and they send John Wall and let him pack his bags and go coach at Kentucky because obviously he's acting like a high schooler or whatever. He's acting like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid. He got to stop. He's tripping, man. All that money for nothing. Yeah, I get it. He tore his ACL, but you know how he tore his ACL, right?
Not entirely. Why don't you explain to the people?
He was playing basketball. His drunk ass walking down those steps. That's how he broke his ACL. He fell down the steps at his house. I mean, that's a freak accident, I guess. But how do you tear both ACLs falling down the steps, dude? Like, come on.
Unreal.
Yo, man, I'm John Wall. You're giving me a migraine. So, Brett, let's talk about something else, dog.
I'm just gonna wrap up a little about John Wall. I mean, his freak injury list, man. That's not the worst I've seen. In the MLB, there's a reliever. His name's Jerry Blevins. He pitched for the Mets. He fell off the side of a curb and dislocated his shoulder. He was out for the whole year. A man was a bum and an absolute joke. And
I'm a terrible Mets fan. I've never heard of him.
And then, do you remember how Andrew Bynum injured his knee while bowling?
Andrew Bynum, let's get off topic for a second if you really want to do this, might be the definition of right place, right time. He was so lazy, bro, running back. When people would miss a shot and he had to run back on defense, you see him throwing his arms up, running back. That kid was, man, Andrew Bynum. He did his thing, though. I'll give it to him. For that year, he was Andrew Bynum.
Man, he was good with the short hair. The moment he got that afro, I think his game went with it.
He went to Philly, bought. He went to Cleveland, bought. Oh, man. Yeah, Andrew Bynum. You ain't it, cuz. You weren't it. You were it because of Kobe, but Kobe can make anybody it.
It's a huge disappointment. As for John Wall, getting back on topic, in terms of his contract, he's making $49 million next season, and he's making $51 million on a player option the year after that. And I don't think that contract's tradable because of his injury. So Washington's stuck with him. He's declining. They have to trade Bradley Beal, but I think the Wizards just refused to get rid of their guy, and I think that's a shame for Bradley Beal because you have to give the man kudos for showing loyalty, but at the same time, you can't waste his prime away on a bad team.
Oh, he's out. Bradley Beal's out. The first chance he gets, or he's begging for a trade, he's out.
He signed that extension though.
Okay, he's gonna be out because he thinks John Wall's coming back. I give him another year or two there. He's young. Bradley Beal's what, 25?
He's around 28 years old now.
What, Bradley Beal?
Bradley Beal's like 28. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well, kudos to him, but his prime is 30. His prime will start when he's 30. He'll go play somewhere else. I want to see him go to Milwaukee with Giannis and Chris Middleton and go crazy over there. I think
that's nasty. Who would they trade for him though? Like Eric Bledsoe?
Yeah, Pete Bledsoe. Bledsoe will be on his way out. Maybe the Bucks might magically tank, or maybe they'll trade somebody else. You give me Brook Lopez and Bledsoe. I'll give you Bradley Beal.
Interesting. All right, so I'm gonna move on to the next topic, and this is our first NFL topic because we are an NFL and NBA podcast, keeping it diverse for y'all.
And there's a draft.
And there's a draft tonight at 8 p.m. when we're recording this Thursday. So speaking of the offseason, now this is one of the more memorable ones. Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers, signed a 2-year, $30 million deal, or $60 million or something like that. He's making $30 million a year. Yesterday, Gronk came out of retirement, got traded to the Bucs for a 4th-round pick. And that's crazy, man. But I still think their offense is good. But I don't know what's going to happen with that defense. I don't think the defense is good enough. But, before all this started, I still think people are underrating the real headline here, which is the Rams and the Texans. What the hell are they doing? I've in all my 20 years of life, man, I have never seen a more confusing offseason from both these teams. And I want to ask you, Terry, who lost more out of the offseason and made the dumber decisions?
100% the Texans. If, ands, or buts about it. Let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
What did y'all afford, right?
Yeah.
I got a bike in my garage with one wheel. Can I trade you? You ride I get a car?
I'll give you 2 paper clips and a staple for DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah. No offense to those guys over there in Houston, KC all day. I don't care what they got going on over there. But listen, man, why? David Johnson ain't close to the level of greatness at DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins is the 2nd best receiver in the NFL. Hands down. David Johnson might not even be a top 10 running back.
Definitely not.
He's definitely not.
I mean, if you look at the stats for him in Arizona, he had that 1 year where he had over 1,000 yards. He was always a consistently good fantasy running back, but the man only averaged a little bit over 4 yards a carry. Granted, the O-line wasn't the best in Arizona, so you could give him that. But at the same time, he's not like a Le'Veon Bell like type runner where he needs the O-line around him. He's more of a physical grinder.
But listen, man, David Johnson was the only other person who can get the ball that year besides Larry Fitzgerald. So they had no choice but to give him the ball, and he racked up those yards. So I just feel like he was just average, and he just got the ball so much and did what he was supposed to do. People just blew him out of proportion, and he became overrated that way, man. I never saw it in David Johnson. I don't think he's like that. They should have never traded DeAndre Hopkins for anybody unless it was either Mike Thomas or, Khalil Mack, or a first pick that turns into Joe Burrow or something, but they don't need him because they got Deshaun Watson. That's it, man. You don't trade Hopkins away for nothing like that for no reason. It's all Bill O'Brien. He had beef with DeAndre Hopkins about something, and now you're going to let DeAndre Hopkins go over there and kill it with Kyler Murray, and that's going to be crazy. I hope they play each other this year. I don't know. I guess the schedules came out. I got to look at it because if they play each other, I'm watching that, and I hope DeAndre Hopkins goes for 253 TDs on 5 catches because the Texans – lost that. And the Rams, too. The Rams. You got rid of Todd Gurley for what? I mean, Todd Gurley, I'd rather get rid of Todd Gurley, no offense, and DeAndre Hopkins. I feel like Todd Gurley is way more replaceable than DeAndre Hopkins. You could find another Todd Gurley.
Yeah, but people are concerned about that arthritic knee. So
yeah. Todd wasn't in for me. I heard all this hype about him. I don't see it. And maybe the Rams didn't see it. I saw it before. I didn't see it before they didn't see it. Just so we're clear.
Right.
Texans lose in my book. You ask me, Texans, you lose.
I think the Texans proved this offseason why a head coach should not be your GM. Because the moment Bill O'Brien got control of his roster, first off, like you said, I completely agree with you that DeAndre Hopkins is a top 2 receiver. The only receiver that's better than him is Michael Thomas.
2 seasons.
Without a doubt. But how do you not get a first-round pick out of the guy? Jalen Ramsey gets you 2, but DeAndre Hopkins came and get you 1? Like, think about that for a second.
There was beef. That's all it is, bro. There's something they couldn't say. There's something they didn't want to tell us. It was just maybe they felt they had to part ways. That's what Bill O'Brien said. Oh, we just felt like it was time for us to part ways with DeAndre Hopkins when we got a nasty young quarterback who almost beat the freaking Chiefs. But you didn't. But almost. Like, come on, man. Now who is Deshaun Watson going to throw the ball to? Will Fuller? If he doesn't have a concussion, stop smoking weed, Will Fuller. They need you now. Now than never. Put the bunt down, dog. They need you. Because you all he got. That's it. Straight like that.
And in my opinion, man, the Rams, they lost a lot of key pieces on their defense. They lost Corey Littleton. That's an L. They're gonna feel that one. They lost. What else did they lose? They lost Todd Gurley. I mean, they released Todd Gurley with all that dead money. They might come back and regret that if he goes off in Atlanta. Their New Jerseys. I don't know if y'all have seen them, but they are atrocious. They look like a Pee Wee League football team uniform.
You're telling them about a future topic. No free promos, Mr. Hahn.
I'm just saying, man. Like everything about them is an L. Jared Goff's the most overpaid quarterback. That's an L. Man has like one good playoff run. That's it. Todd Gurley.
You know what is
L.
You know what is? Speaking of uniforms, our 5 favorite ones, and that's my favorite one we're talking about.
That's your favorite one, really? Dude, I don't know. That's just not it for me, man. That's just something I'd look at. I kind of be like, damn, I could find that at a garage sale, and then I'll just right past it.
I'm not saying that's one of my favorites. I'm saying the last topic we're talking about is our favorite uniforms.
Exactly.
And that is one of them. Don't you dare. I don't mind. You'll be shocked to hear my 5, but I got them, and they're perfect. And I bet you.
Man, I'm definitely gonna be shocked, man. whatever you say is gonna shock me. But I think Terry and I here are both in agreement that the Texans by far made the worst decisions. They made the New York Jets look proud this offseason with horrible decision making from the top. And yeah, I'm gonna go on to our next topic here, and like Terry hinted at already, and I hinted at with the LA Rams choice of uniforms. We want to go over our top 5 uniforms in the NFL all time. This is all opinionated. This is not fact. So I'm gonna start off with you, Terry. Tell me what you think.
Well, his might be strictly opinionated, but mine are facts. And if you don't agree with me, I'm sorry, you're wrong.
Dude, how is this facts? Jerseys are not facts at all. Jerseys are all opinion.
Okay, facts. But anyway, my first one, I got to go with those old Seahawks Jones. The tier ones, green, whatever you want to call it, when they had Sean Alexander and then Matt Hasselbeck. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Disgusting. I think they're beautiful. And I think they need to go back in that and let Russell Wilson throw dime pieces in it because those uniforms were hard. And that's why they went to the Super Bowl, because the other team was just so shocked and looked at their jerseys like, yo, they're just so nice, and just let Sean Alexander score 37 touchdowns. That was crazy.
You know, honestly, I kind of like their newer jerseys better. Like, I'm not going to
lie. Yeah, but that's why you got your own 5, dog. I'm putting these Seahawks ones on mine. Who do you pick, Brett? Let me get one of yours. Let me hear who you got?
You know what? I'll start off with one. I felt this way for years, man. I always thought the Jacksonville Jaguars jersey, regardless of what era, like when they started out, like those turquoise-esque colors were pretty cool. But like today's jerseys are disgusting. Like I think those are really nice. I mean, like, man, the whole experience with the Jaguars, man. Just imagine like watching a game like at the stadium in that pool they got, watching those damn jerseys. Like that's sick. Their team sucks, but their experience is awesome. I'm not gonna lie. So for me, the Jaguars blend of the black jerseys they have are absolutely nasty with the gold helmet. I love those.
Okay. Next, you know what I'm picking. I got to go with the Red Jones for my favorite team ever, the Chiefs, the best team ever. Pat Mahomes is the GOAT. Those red jerseys. Just because.
That's a basic jersey, man.
Basic jersey, but
it's like the Giants.
Listen, it means something to me. And it ain't like the Giants plain blue ass jersey. It's not. It's the fantasy yellow. It's the little, you know, the arrowhead patch on the left shoulder. It's just something different about it. Yeah, I just love it. I can't get enough of it. And we will run it back. Tom Brady. We'll see you there. Tampa.
Yeah, speaking of Tampa Bay, I mean, another jersey that's on my list. When the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl under Gruden back in the mid-2000s, that dark red with like the light gray helmet, it's disgusting. That jersey is awesome. Rondé Barber wore that proud, man. I always liked Rondé Barber growing up. I thought he was a hell of a player, Hall of Famer, and their jerseys were just awesome, man. I don't know why. I should go out and buy one. I think I might buy one after this.
If I was getting one, I'm getting Mike Allstott. That dude was a tank, and he helped me beat my little brother in Madden for the first time, so I owe him a little something. Warren Sapp. I used to get pick sixes with Warren Sapp. I was still losing, but I would lose games in style. He used to actually use the Bucks, and then he started using somebody else, and then I tried to start using the Bucks and beat him, but he knew everything, so he still beat me, man. It would kill me. Still to this day.
How many times have you beat him?
I can count on one hand, I'll tell you that.
I can count. How many times you guys played?
I can't count on one hand how many times we played. Anyway, next, I'll tell you a team he did used to use to bust my ass. I think they have nice ass jerseys. Believe it or not, he used to use the Dolphins. The Dolphins, light green jerseys or whatever they are with those orange outline on the white numbers is hard. I think it's disgusting. Those Ricky Williams jerseys, classic. I would get one, but I would never put another jersey on my body. Besides the Kansas City jersey, I can't do it.
I 100% agree with you. Actually, that's another one that's on my list. The Miami Dolphins uniforms. I think that light blue and white combination is amazing to look at. I will never buy a jersey because I personally hate them, so I'll never buy their jersey. But they do have a nice uniform, so I'll give them that. Even though that's a team I despise. Now another one on my list. You know, I was hating on the Giants' new uniforms. I mean, if you like the Giants' new uniforms, you're the same kind of people who like the Yankees pinstripes. Yes, it has significance, but it's boring, man. You need something that stands out. So for me, like I think the old Giants jerseys are better. The ones that Lawrence Taylor, Phil Simms, all those guys used to wear from the 1980s, bro. When they won the Super Bowl and Belichick was their defensive coordinator, Parcells is the head coach. I think those uniforms are disgusting. The Lawrence Taylor running all around the line, sacking every quarterback in sight. That's a memory you remember, and you remember what uniform that guy's wearing.
Of course.
And it's awesome. Has a lot of merit to it, and it looks really damn good.
The little red outline on the sleeves. Yeah, those are hard. Of course they were. Mine is obviously, if you like the Giants, you're not gonna like what I'm picking. I think the Cowboys throwbacks from like a couple years ago, maybe like 8 or something years ago, the blue ones with the white shoulders and the stars were hard. I don't care what anybody says. Nasty. Disgusting.
Which jersey did you say? I'm sorry.
The old Cowboys jerseys with the blue.
Dude, hell
no. Shoulders and blue stars.
Hell no.
I knew you weren't gonna agree with that one.
Hell no, dude. I don't know, man. For me, I don't like white jerseys.
No,
like,
they're not.
Jerseys that are primarily white, I don't like them. I just think they're kind of bland.
These ones aren't white. You know what I'm talking about. They were the blue ones, and the only thing that was white was the shoulders.
Oh, was that the 80s or 90s jerseys?
No, this is the 2008 throwback. I know Romo played in
2008? Okay. It's coming back to me. Yeah. I mean, again, I wouldn't watch Cowboys game. I don't really like Cowboys.
But nobody likes the Cowboys, bro, but I like them jerseys.
That's what it is.
Zeke Elliott is the best running back in the NFL.
Ooh, that's something that'll get our produce manager, LaShawn, triggered and upset.
We'll see you week 7, LaShawn. Holla at me.
We'll have to get you on here, LaShawn.
Holla at me, and that's all I'm saying.
Anyway, going back to the favorite jerseys. This is up there for me. This is top 2. The Jets bright green color rush uniforms in 2016. That was first featured I think it was week 12 or week 13 when the Jets played Buffalo. But the only thing I hated from that, man, was seeing Muhammad Wilkerson with that jersey on. He's a disgrace. But man, they're fresh. They're bright green. The only thing white on it, like the Jets usually have green and white colors. The only thing white on the jersey is the letters and the logo. It was awesome. Ryan Fitzpatrick had a good game during that. He proceeded to throw 4 interceptions like 3 weeks later, but he had a good game at the time. The Jets were on the upswing at the time, and again, everybody knows what happens: 10-6 and no playoffs. But yeah, those jerseys are sick, man. That's something I gotta buy too. Oh, you got another team on your list there, man? That maybe I'll actually like.
Oh, first of all, man, you like the Dolphins ones, I thought, and the Seahawks ones was hard too. You just wait until they bring them back, and it's all because of me, Russell Wilson. I got you. I will not stop hitting up Pete Carroll every day until he answers me. Until then, just so I can prove you wrong, Brett. But anyway, my last one, I think is the nicest one, of course. The Cardinals jerseys. The black ones and the white ones are disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think of that one. Okay.
I think the black Cardinals jersey is hard. The red one is kind of basic. It looks like, it's whatever. But I think when the Cardinals got, the white helmet, obviously, with those white jerseys, it's hard. I went to a game this year with my boys. You're going to meet all of them on here. And I watched them dog the Giants in those jerseys. I hate Kyler Murray. Anybody that steps foot in Oklahoma and puts on their jersey, you automatically are on my totally not go to list. I don't care who you are. My mom could put that on. And if you put on an Oklahoma jersey, that's it. I'm not an Oklahoma guy. I won't ever be. But those jerseys, Kyler Murray, yeah. You got DeAndre Hopkins now, too, so they might get a little upgrade to him. I'm watching. Just the uniforms, though. No Oklahoma love on this block. I'm a Buckeye for life.
Yeah, I don't really follow any college team, so I can't really comment.
So you like the
Buckeyes? Yeah. I like whoever comes out of the draft and helps NFL teams succeed.
Buckeyes, baby.
Yeah, and the Ohio State Buckeyes secondary, man, and even pass rushing with Nick and Joey Bosa, man, they're nuts. They've been producing some high level prospects these past 4 years.
Defensive secondary is a different school. We call it DBU. They're not part of Ohio State. They're part of something different, something special. That's DBU.
Mm-hmm. And then the Bosa brothers are like the best thing that ever happened to them. and they're really impressive. 49ers and Chargers, respectively.
That's not even it. You got Mike Thomas. You got Chase Young coming out tonight, going to the Redskins with my boy Dwayne Haskins.
You got Ezekiel Elliott.
Like, come on.
There's so
Now,
many.
Quarterbacks. Sadly, our quarterbacks never pan out. They only pan out when they transfer away from us and then start playing. Joe Burrow, shout out my guy, going first tonight. Probably he's going to the Bengals. But Joe Burrow, I see it in you. I know when I can see it, my eyes work. Joe Burrow is the truth. And then Ohio State would be hanging one up right now, and I would have a Burrow jersey. And Oregon would be mad because we busted his ass. We cut Burrow. So, you know. Whatever.
All right, guys. Well, that about wraps it up for us. Want to give you guys a thank you for tuning in and listening to our content, even though this is fairly brand new, still a second episode. Look out in the future. Our show is slash podcast is predicated on getting outside view and people to judge our debates. So be on the lookout for the first guest somewhere in the near future.
And you might finally get to see what we look like.
And hey, man, get to see my ugly ass. So
pause, but I don't agree with what he just said. I just know you get to see my handsome self on the camera, and very, very soon.
All right, y'all. Peace. This is totally goated.
Totally goated.